Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Ruach, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Shalom to the mighty YAHAWAH, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Cowboy Cup coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson we have this. Elon Musk Neuralink says 10,000 patients have signed up for its brain, for its brain, basically. Okay, you can read. Anyway, the stuff with this is how I want to kind of bring this out, because this is another major, prophecy or sign that we are just that much closer to the end. And the thing about this is how, when we see stuff like this, we see like how we are dangerously close to the end, and we're just waiting for the final implementations of, okay, well, now this is going to be implemented with our CBDCs. This we implemented with biometrics data, X, Y, and Z. Because we wanted to do this new system, and now this is properly tested, X, Y, and Z, whatever bullshit you want to say. All right, we're gonna put this in with our other stuff. We are now ready to incorporate this, just like Mexico, because I did a bit lesson on that just yesterday, where Mexico, Mexico, I think, implemented biometrics into their things. I think they're full on locked in on that right now. I think Mexico is full on doing that. So as a result of that, yeah, that's where we're at right now, where they are trying to monitor us, monitor everything that we do. All right, this is a very serious thing. Oh, my eyes. This is a very serious thing. All right, we see how they want to control us. We see how they want to be able to have what was the term called? It was because there was I forgot, damn it, I'm trying to think of the stuff. Slacking, drawing a blank on it. But basically, you see, as I said before, they want to control us. So this is what they are pushing out right now. And with Elon Musk's Neuralink thing, this is just one step. Okay. Now the thing with this is how this is just one part, because the thing here is they want to heavily incentivize it. Because if you just say, okay, well, this is going to be the new way that you buy and sell and whatnot, that's gonna be like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever, I don't care, I don't want to do that, I'm gonna opt out and stuff like that. Instead, what they're doing is they're going to add more so that it looks like a very good thing. Let me actually get an example. I'll tell you the example, Slakia, but the example of it was how Elon Musk had this one patient whom was paralyzed from the neck down. He couldn't use his hand and stuff like that, or I think he can barely use his hand, and that's it. But aside from that, he's allowing him to be able to have some sort of motor function to control a computer. And I think there was another one, I don't remember, don't quote me on this, but there was another person who didn't have motor function, who was being given motor functions back to their body. All right, and that was basically what Elon Musk is trying to do. Now, Revelation chapter 16 verse 14, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of Yahweh Almighty. And basically that's the thing. Basically that's the thing, where instead of actually working towards doing said stuff, or it's lucky not the instead of just working towards the MOTB, what they're going to do instead is, okay, well, let's do these other stuff like, restore sight to the blind. Let's also do what's the other one? Slack it. Restore sight to the blind. Let's also correct. Let's also make all these incentives so that we can control people a lot easier and whatnot. And that's basically what they've been trying to do, trying to implement. All right, where they are putting all these things to make themselves look like, oh look, we are basically, you know, the replacement of God and whatnot. Which I think a dude has actually said that before, where he said that we don't need a God in heaven. And by the way, he was what they called a so-called J, by the way. So the thing about that is how they're trying to implement this type of system, all right, where, you know, they are, in all honesty, like disrespecting, trying to invalidate and say that God is obsolete, God is outdated, whatever, and stuff like that. Which, by the way, I hate hearing that type of stuff. The thing about people is, in this society, is they like to say shit is, oh, well, you need to get updated with your stuff. You need to update X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. Well, that's one of the dumbest thing ever, because if you're saying that, thousands of years ago, it was already viewed as bad to kill people. So then you're going to say, to kill people for no reason, Slakia. So then are you going to say that it's okay now to kill people for no reason? It's okay now to hurt people or whatever? Like, so simply because it's an old thing to think about, you're going to change your tune and just be contrary to what was old. All right, and that's basically what I hear when I hear people say that this belief or this thing is outdated. All right, because something. Obviously, it's nice. Okay, it might be nice that, oh yeah, we're advancing in video games, or we're advancing in technology, we're advancing in whatever. Which, no, actually, as a matter of fact, even in the advancement of technology, that isn't even good, because it's been the advancement of technology has been a contributing factor to the degradation of people's intelligence. All right, and I definitely see that. All right, I've seen that in myself slightly, as well as other people, because you have these iPad kids. All right, because I grew up playing video games like non-stop. All right, I'm still literate. I can still spell stuff. All right, but you have these kids that grew up with different technology. All right, they can't, or it's like not say different, more advanced technology. All right, where they can't what's it called? They can't spell. All right, you have freaking I think it was 8th graders that are on a 4th grade level. All right, that's half their grade. 4 years behind. All right, but yet they're still just getting passed to the next thing. They're over here doing algebra. All right, I think it's algebra. But they're over here learning algebra while being incapable of multiplying and dividing. All right, or whatever the grade levels is. But you basically understand what I'm talking about. They can't read. They can't summarize anything. They can't retain information off of reading something. All right, everything it's just like that. It just doesn't work for them. Their brains are mush. Let me also get this. Second Ezra chapter 14 verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall evil increase upon them that dwell therein. And that's another thing where evil has been increasing substantially. You have all these. I just heard. I was gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say it. It's way too graphic. But I definitely did hear about something very terrible. You're just gonna have to believe me on that. All right. But yeah, I just heard something very terrible. Okay, these children are evil. They are only growing more and more evil. All right. So yeah, that's basically it. I pray this testimony was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, the wants the elders and apostles, green on above all, and shalom.